I'm just gonna leave. I'm trying to see where I can actually put this. It keeps falling off. Okay, I'm going to have to put this here. Let's see. Oh, actually works here. Well, hi guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And oh my god, thank you guys for subscribing. I didn't realize my last video was actually going to do that good. And we've made it this far. I am running super late. See, this is why I hate rushing, which actually brings us to today's video, like the whole topic and everything. To start off, in Rod, we trust. I'm using the Rod face mist. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Aziza. If you are a new subscriber, this is my comeback on social media after a whole decade. I have been on social media for like 10 years, and when I tell you, I feel like I invented the definition of ghosting, because the way I actually be ghosting on social media is crazy. But we're back to stay, and this time around, I want to focus on YouTube, right? Okay, so we are going to moisturize. Today's video, honestly, is just God's timing. Like, you know how we can be rushing, and if it's not your time, it's not your time. But how do we actually accept that it's not our time? For example, I am giving myself the excuse that there's a reason why God allowed me to be late today. That is a lie. I just sometimes I really be a chronic later. If lateness, later. Okay, girls, whatever English is. And you all will have to bear with me. This is actually not my normal makeup style, but I am freaking running late. Either ways, back to the topic of today. Oh, okay. I am currently sitting under an AC, so I do not have to wait for all this to dry up. But yeah, back to the topic of today. God's timing. When you're, well, let me not say when, because I am currently in that stage where nothing makes sense to me, right? Like, Alhamdulillah, I just got my dream apartment. I'm currently living on my own, which is something that I have been dying to do for years. But now, all of a sudden, it feels like nothing makes sense, right? I almost feel like I'm very ungrateful to God, because I have a job, and whatever, it still feels like something is missing. And it almost sends me back into that phase of being very ungrateful instead of being grateful, right? Me back to thinking, what phase exactly am I at in my life? Now, let me give you a quick backstory. As at this time last year, I literally just got my job. I was so excited to move out with literally nothing. Like, I am actually not joking when I say I had nothing. And I prayed. God came true like he always does. Alhamdulillah. And now, fast forward to a year after, I am still in the same stage. And mind you, I literally have everything I prayed for from last year. But I sat down yesterday, which was actually what prompted this video, right? And I'm like, bro, it makes no sense that, I asked all this from God, even though I still had my own mistakes that I made along the way, right? But like, God did his part, of granting me all that I wished for and everything. But why do I still feel very ungrateful? I feel like, this isn't meant to be, yada, 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 yada. And then I start to think, wait, Z, you're not even living in the moment. That is just because now I'm already thinking of, oh shit, this is, what I want, this is this, da, da, da. And almost seems like I'm living last year in this year again, right? And like, when do you actually start, being grateful for things that you actually prayed for, and you have it? Like, when do you start enjoying it? I wish I could tell you the answer to that because I also don't know. But I guess that is the chronicle of life, or the stage of life I am currently at. And when I tell you guys, prayer does work. Like, take it from me. I might be ungrateful, right? But wallahi, I never doubt God, like, not even for the slightest of second, because I have seen Him like take me out from, situations that I'm like, huh, yeah, it's either God or like I'm doomed, you know, and just at the perfect timing. Like, I might think, oh shit, like this, guys, ignore the way I'm putting my concealer on. Honestly, normally I would have taken it to my hand and like blend it out from there, but we are running late. So yeah. And this is a ranting session, which I feel like I'll probably be doing, because why did we stop this on social media? Like, why does everything have to be so glamorous this day? And I feel like this is another reason why I am not so hyped to be back. Mind you, I did invest a lot in my coming back on social media. So technically, I am in debt to myself because I have to make, even if it's not the money invested in, I have to make something back out of like me ghosting, coming back, ghosting, and all that. But back to our story of how to actually live your life in the moment and be grateful. So I have learnt a cheat code, which is, regardless of what you're praying for next, right? Just be grateful. The truth is, I don't think we'll always like, obviously, we'll always have that, strike back moments where you're like, okay, Alhamdulillah, I am going to live more in the moment now. But the realistic truth is, 90% of the time, you're actually not going to have that. That is just the truth. You're always going to be in that, oh shit, like, I wish this had happened. I wish that had happened. Yada, 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 yada. Yeah. And I am just here to tell you guys that regardless of, what you're going through right now, trust me, probably not the best person for you to trust at the moment, but hear me out. It gets better. Wallahi, it gets better. And if you find yourself, not living in the moment, rather, it's not too late to call yourself back. Like, it's really not in your place to worry about the future, because the future doesn't even belong to you. First of all, let's start from there. I just had a friend who died, and that brought me back into, imagine all the, trips she had planned, or her goals and everything. But now she's dead, and all that is gone. So, what does that essentially tell us, At the end of the day, we plan, we worry, but when the owner of the time says it's time, there's nothing you can do to it, right? Like, all your worries, all your fears, and everything all gone. Like, you leave it back in this dunya. And that is one of my greatest fear, which is worrying about the future that I don't even own. It's like, living in a borrowed time. That is actually how I would explain the world. When you have all those situations, everything, going on around you, but at the end of the day, you really have no control over things that happen, you know. But yeah, guys, it's it's kind of a bit crazy. Anyways, that is all for my ranting session. I hope you guys stay true to the end of this video to see how this makeup comes out. And we've got 10 minutes left. So far, we've been on this makeup for 10 minutes. Let's see if we can actually finish it in 10 minutes now. So I am done with the base. This is essentially my base. And I'm just going to go in with a little blush. I love how I say a little, knowing myself that a little is surely not a little, but oh my god. I'm just gonna send that to voice note. I hope Yasmin doesn't see this. I'm so sorry, Yasmin, but honestly, I thought I had time. I genuinely thought I had time, girl. Okay, guys. I wish social media could be as fun as it used to be. Now everything feels so professional. Oh my god. It makes me feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't like that. Because like I just actually genuinely want to be on social media for the fun of it, right? Like posting my actual, normal videos with zero to little editing. And I guess this brings us back to, how time flies and everything. Because I could swear I've only been gone for like a couple of months. And now that I am back into creating content, it feels like the whole world moved 10 times and left me behind. Anyways, I'm going in with my all-time favorite, Charlotte Tilbury. And I'll be using that to set my under eye first before I use my setting powder. And oh yeah, talking about, actually that would be for a different video. But to be fair, I only have two setting powders that I use constantly, but I'm gonna dab that at the back of my hand. And I just love the blow effect of this powder. Okay. This is so chaotic. FYI, in case you guys are wondering. Very chaotic and very under pressure. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to try not to edit this video and see how it turns out. Like, if people are still interested in the, the old YouTube video style or not. But honestly, I am still thankful to you guys for like the turnout of my last video. That literally got me over 200 new subscribers. Shout out to you guys. And yo, that just motivated me to actually stay on here. I promise to do my best. Okay. I promise not to run away as well. It's given I got commitment issues, but I'm trying to fix that for you. What next? What next? Okay, so I'm not gonna do eyeshadow today because yeah. Okay. We're gonna go in with a little bronzer. I don't think I want to use this. I don't think I want to use this. I'm gonna go in with my my Fenty Beauty bronzer. And guys, this is honestly one of the issues I have currently, especially ever since I threw out all my brushes, right? Like, I can't find one brush, but I need to get another all-purpose brush for my powder, because I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna use the all-purpose powder for now, or all-purpose brush for now, for my bronzer. I honestly, like, this is my favorite bronzer. I don't know if I'm gonna find any other one that's going to beat this, but for now, this is my favorite bronzer. Like, I am obsessed with this bronzer. Obsessed. Why are you so obsessed with me? I am not your The first day I actually tried to film my makeup, it was a disaster. And it was at that point I realized that, yeah, I'm doomed. Well, God forbid I'm not doomed, guys. But yeah, you get the gist. It was at that moment I knew I could not record for shit no more. I knew I had lost my touch. So honestly, for everyone asking me, oh my god, can you film a YouTube video? Can you film a makeup tutorial? Wallahi, he's not because I don't want to, it's because I actually don't know how to. And I don't know how else to explain that to you guys. Because I feel like people think I'm lying whenever I tell them, like, oh shit, I lost my touch. And now I cannot find. Guys, I hate when I actually have to look for something. Like, is it just me? Because I could swear I kept this thing here. Now I have to look for it. Either way, let's do our eyes and then we can go back and look for that. Because I am super late and I hate this. Okay, we still have 3 more minutes. Let's see. We might be able to make it. Oh, I think I just ruined that. F it. Language, see. I think I've actually been enjoying this. Maybe I'll do this more. Oh shit, I just spoiled that. Did you guys see that? Let's see if you can create it here. I know I was just gonna spoil it. Maybe I should have actually just left it on that other eye. But I gagged. Okay, easy. This makeup forever. 10 out of 10. 10. Day 8. You know? Day 8 and left no crumbs. Okay. Now let's go in with Huda Baby. We're going with the Huda lip stain. And I feel like I need to get a darker shade. Like, I love this shade, but sometimes it just doesn't do it for me. Like, I always have to layer it. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm saying. Like, it's such a stunner, but it doesn't just show on me. So I always have to go in with my Prada eyeliner and, like, kind of like give it another layer on. So it defines the lips, Do you get what I'm saying? Oh, mashallah. Also, guys, it's the last 10 days of Zulhijjah. Be delusional as you could be. So let's check. I was right. I did not. Wallahi, I did not. I feel like it's starting to become a normal thing. A normal thing. for us to, I know they say it's not good, but I'm just not gonna talk on that topic. Yeah. Yeah, she was a fairy. She was a fairy. Yeah, yeah. She had a body and a mom. Astaghfirullah. I'm actually trying to reduce, the amount of singing that I do. Guys, it's 7. It is 7. Oh my god. I'm actually trying not to panic. Because if you know me, this is me panicking. Just so you know. This is me panicking. But hey, sometimes you just have to arrive fashionably late, You know? I was about to be like, don't piss me off. Like, this is actually not even the time for that. Do not piss me off. This is why I hate doing my makeup whenever I'm rushing, because I actually just realized that, oh my god, I was supposed to spray this. Okay, so I'll be using the Until Dawn because honestly, I don't plan on bringing any of my makeup with me. No, I lied. My baby, my Shayla. Oh, ooh. You can just tell she's about to eat that up. Okay. While we allow that to, soak in, guys, I feel like Yasmin is gonna eat me alive. Like, I'm actually trying my best here. I hope she knows that because I am trying. Like, today I'll be going in with the Benefit, my precisely my brow pencil. I have been using the, let me see if I can quickly find it here. So I've been using the Urban Decay. I think it's Urban Decay. Oh my god, she can't tell if it's Urban Decay. Oh yeah, it is. The Urban Decay Blade Brow. It is so good. I think I'm gonna do a different video on that. I mean, I'm actually due for the next video, so that might just be the next video. I hope you're all excited. Are we excited? Are we excited? So I do not like going, defining my brows as you would, like, very defined. I just like to fill them in, if that makes sense. For example, can you see the difference? So yeah, that is how I will go with my brows every time. Like, I feel like you can literally tell every single time my brows are the same. Like, every flipping time. And also, it's because, like, I have very slim brows, right? So I try not to do so much with them. Because your brow technically defines your makeup, if that makes sense. Okay. Now that we're almost done, let me just give that a little stroke. So it looks like, we have a bit of brow. I feel like this is the first time I'm showing my actual attitude on social media. So welcome, guys. Now you know the real me. And now that you've known the real me, you ain't going nowhere. You're stuck here with me. Okay. Drake said, you didn't come this far just to come this far. Preach, my brother. Also, I don't get why people do their brows before their makeup. Because for me, that is like double stress, you know? Like double hollered. But yeah. Oh my god, this is my brush powder. I was looking for that. So I think I'm gonna go for something not too bright. So can you guys see how, yeah, that is what we're gonna go for. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Damn. I'm gonna try to press this all in because I am trying to give it a bit of nothing too, serious, but a bit. This is very pigmented, guys. Like a little actually goes such. Can you see? Yep. This is why I don't be playing around with her because she be everywhere. And for the saint of the day, I think I'm gonna go with my Burberry goddess. That is such a nice. You know what is so funny? I am someone you should trust to buy a perfume, but I can't define it for you. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. However that sits in your head, that is exactly what I mean. We'll go with this. A little bit of definition. And then all-time favorite. I feel like Fenty needs to collab with me because I have been using their shit ever since the first year they came out. Like, I spent my school fees to get Fenty that first time. I know my mom will probably watch this, but what past that now, mama? Okay, guys, actually, let me be dead as serious. I feel like that is very intoxicating. I'm not gonna lie. Can you hear all that? Can you hear that? Okay, I'm gonna wait a second before I go in with this. Whew. Keeping it very simple, you know. No, I know what I'm gonna do. Before I go in with that, guys, we're 8 minutes late, which technically means we're 20 minutes late because we're gonna have to take Uber, right? Oh, mashallah. No, mashallah. I think I'm gonna put on my brown hijab. I'm not sure yet, but I think that's what we're gonna go with. I'm just gonna put a little bit here, a little bit here. Nothing too serious, you know. Just giving it a bit of glow, a bit on my forehead, because yeah, a bit, just right there. And then I'll just rub this in. And lastly, I'm going with my Vanessa Myrick. Soaked in. I'll be back. Ooh. I'll be back. Okay. We are back, and this is the final look. Can you see that, dude? Like, mashallah. See mashallah right there. Anyways, guys, I think I am going to be leaving now because honestly, I am super late. I will see you guys in my next video, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you actually like this kind of video whereby I am just ranting about random shit, let me know, and I will be glad to film such again. I'll see you guys in my next video, and bye, guys.